speaking about stand-up comedy, I've been getting so good at riffing, like really good at riffing.
Yeah, you've been on a little bit of a tear.
Like I have unlocked riffing.
Almost to your detriment.
Almost, yeah.
Because you haven't done like bits in like I feel like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
You've just gone up there and just like let it fly.
Yeah,
Like loose cannon.
and it's
style.
been working.
Yeah, it has.
But like, we've been talking a lot off camera. Like I need to work on bits, but riffing is so rewarding and like almost like a cheat. Like it's not. It's like not.
Yeah, riffing is like instant gratification. It's like
Instant.
It's like the cocaine of comedy. If you can just
It's like the fast pass.
Yeah,
you know?
Dude, it is. It's
You're like
the expressway.
I'm gonna get there quicker.
Yeah, there you go. There and bits are like the vegetables.
Yeah,
you're just like, all right, but you can't lean on one or the other too hard.
No,
you have to like strike. You have to find a way to strike a balance.
And then I've noticed, like, because I used to not be able to riff. Like I couldn't riff. Like I'd always, since like the beginning, I'd go on stage. I'd say one thing. I'd do one riff about whether usually the guy who was on before me, or I would address something in the room. But it was always one, and then I'd go into my act. But
that's where I am right now.
Yeah,
I'm still kind of there. Like whenever I riff, it's like one thing like a comic before me like pointed out or like touched on, and then I'm like I go right back into bits.
Yeah.
But my bits are because we talked about this before. We're kind of in like different boats right now.
We've always been the opposite sides of the coin.
Exactly.
The whole way up, it's been crazy.
Because I have like this swath of ironclad
completed bits,
button down completed bits.
Yeah.
Which is why I was able to just go up and like just kill last night. What I'm trying to get better at is the riffing thing. I still haven't like kind of made that connection yet.
Yeah.
You on the other hand are just crushing it with the riffs.
I'm a killer at riffing.
Dude. Assassin with just the 5-minute riff.
I'm doing sets like full 5-minute like open mics with and I don't even touch material. I go up and I go, you know, oh, you're talking about this in this weird how it, and then I'm able to live in the moment weave like different things that everybody else talked about into like a
an in the moment hilarious idea.
And to like completion too. Yeah. Like a start to a finish and it all makes sense like a fucking song. And but what I've noticed is like I'll do that, but then I won't, like if I need to go up at the Improv and then I'll look at my bits, I'm like, okay, what are my jokes? And it's all uncompleted stuff I haven't worked on in a minute.
Half-cocked ideas, half a sentence.
Yeah. And then it didn't used to be like that. I used to have strong bits. I used to have like a lot of strong bits, like a handful of strong ones that I would do at shows because I didn't know how to riff. But lately I've been working on like really completing my jokes, and it's good. It's tough to go up there and not riff
because riff it's just too easy. Like
it's too easy.
Like we were talking about before. It's
fun, and
it's
it keeps
cocaine of comedy. And it's like
it keeps it interesting.
Cheap isn't the right word, but it's like it's low hanging fruit. If you just go up there and you're like, ooh, what? You remember what that guy said? It's like it's like easy laughs. It's like dollar store laughs, man.
Yeah, it's low hanging fruit, but there's also like people who suck at riffing, but I'm like good at it.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm getting everything I want out of riffing, and like I'm getting everything I want out of stand up, but like
you have to sit down and write.
That's right. But like last week at the Improv, I was waiting to get called. I was like, oh. And I remember feeling like, oh no, if I get called, like it's gonna be rough, because I can't go up there and riff.
And that's only 3 minutes. Yeah, too. You only have 3 minutes to kill. So.
Because you don't go up at the club mics and riff.
No, dude.
You like it's like, what's your jokes?
That's almost like insulting. We saw a guy do that. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Last time we were at the Improv, a dude he went up there and he was like, ooh, I didn't even have the material prepared.
I didn't even plan things.
And he tried to like Dane Cook his way out of it by being like all bombastic and like on stage and really like emotive. And it was like, that's just a slap in the face to everybody that like came here and sat down.
Yeah.
It's like, dude.
And the host ripped him apart.
Yeah, he did.
The host ripped him apart.
Ripped him a brand new fucking asshole, which he deserved. Man.
Yeah.
You can't just go up there like, I smoked some weed. I don't even have anything planned. Mm-hmm. I don't even think about my set. Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Mm-hmm.
Go up there with your 3 minutes. Go up there with your jokes. You're at the Improv. This is big boy shit. You're in a big kid room now.
That's right. And at the Improv, like, that's where you need to bring your jokes.
Exactly.
So, and like, I have jokes. Like, I got jokes. But I've been riffing too much. So lately I've been trying to stop doing that and just, like, really complete jokes. Like, to where I can look at a joke and be like, that's kind of done. A joke's never done, but it's I'm like, I can do that and I know exactly how it goes, and it's really not gonna vary from how I've done that a bunch.
But that's what you fall back on. That's like that's your meat and potatoes of stand up are those bits.
Are the jokes.
Yeah.
But you should be able to riff.
Yeah.
You should learn how to riff.
No, like you definitely should.
Yeah.
Like you're saying, you should totally learn how to riff. It makes the transition from like you getting on stage and like the changing of the guard, that whole thing. It makes that transition from you getting up there, people being like, who the fuck's this guy? And then
be accepting that, oh, he's a good shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It makes that transition a little smoother, but you can't just sit on that.
No.
You can't just rely on that in totality.
Dude, and I've had sets, man, where I've gone up and I've riffed for 2.5, 3 minutes. Crushed. Crushed.
And then it's
riffing.
And then it's always that awkward transition. All right, now I'm gonna do bits.
And then I just after 3 minutes of crush riffing, I go, so I don't have a signature yet. And then the jokes bomb because it's like,
well, it's because you haven't worked on them.
Yeah, and it just doesn't, it's not relevant.
Doesn't flow nicely with the set.
Yeah. There's no clean transitions.
That's that double-edged sword. You need to strike a balance between like riffing like 2.5 minutes. That's probably like a little long.
That's way too long.
But you need to strike a balance
for a 5-minute set. That's too long.
But yeah, for a 5-minute set, that's way too long.
Yeah.
You need to strike a balance between like getting through that initial transition where the audience is like, oh, this is this guy now, and then going, all right, here's my last 4 minutes of actual jokes that I've sat down and wrote.
And also incorporate the new shit you need to work on, you know. But then I've also had some sets where some riffs have led into jokes. Best feeling I've ever had in my whole life is when I go up and I've riffed, like I'll do like 3 riffs, and then we'll start a joke, but they don't even know it's a joke because it just happened to relate to what I was just talking about.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah,
and then I'm just like, they think like, oh my god, he's just riffing, but it's like, no, this is material, dude.
There's nothing like that, too. Just being like you see him get the light, and they're like, all right, this last bit, and you're like,
yeah.
Oh, dude. Thank you, fucking God. I've got 2 minutes on this, dude. And then you don't have to do the fake riff thing. You just go up and kind of like, and then you go into a bit, a full bit.
That's the best, because then you're not riffing. It seems like you're riffing.
Yeah, but they don't know, and then they're already on your side.
Yeah, and you're doing your material, and then you can cleanly transition. There's actually no clean transition because you're already in your material. Exactly. So then you just carry on with your material.
It's the golden fucking ticket. It only happens once in a blue moon, but when it does, dude, you gotta snatch that, man.
Yeah, dude. I know you've had these sets. When you go up, they call you up on stage, but you've been given nothing to riff on, so you kind of go up there and you're just like, how's everybody doing? Oh, okay, good. Yeah, good. I'm having a weird day, and you're just like stuck.
I've tried to approach that in 2 different directions, because that's happened a lot.
Bunch of times.
A lot of times I'll go up. I'll just pop the mic out and go like straight into bits. I won't even like give him a second to be like, who's this guy? Whatever. I'll just go straight into material. That doesn't work all the time.
It works, and then sometimes it doesn't work.
Yeah, and I still haven't figured that out. It's like it's a very harsh transition, and then Other times I'll go up there and kind of like wade into the waters a little bit, maybe like bring up something the other guy said, but it's like 9 out of 10 times it's worked more when I go right into material versus like trying to make a smooth transition.
Yeah.
Because at least like with being like, I was over here the other day, there's like that hard cut. Whereas like if you try to like make that soft transition,
it doesn't work sometimes.
It can be super awkward and it burns up like a minute of your stage time. So.
It's fucking rough.
Yeah, it is weird.
I went up once, and I really only have like one example of it, but there was a guy on stage before me that was crushing, and I didn't have anything to riff on. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to go straight into material. So I walk up on stage, and I just go, thank you to the host. I was like, thank you, and I say his name. And then I just go like, bang, like straight into material. And it was a hard cut, but it worked.
Yeah.
And it was fucking perfect. Because I was just like, okay, but like forget about what he was just doing. Like me now.
That's my when in doubt thing. If I'm like kind of wishy-washy on like what to open with, and I'm handed a situation like that, I'm just hard cut it. You get right. Just let them know who you are.
Yeah.
Also, another like stage cheat or like trick is the give it up for your host, because you instantly get the. That's kind of hack, dude. It is. I love doing it for Tom Kelly.
Yeah.
I do that every time because like give it up for Tom.
Yeah. I'll thank the host at the end.
Yeah.
But at the beginning, it's like, I need to establish a thing. I need to get something done here.
Yeah.
And then at the end, that's like, thank you, everybody. You give your flowers.
One of the hardest things to do is, especially only because you have like 5 minutes on stage, is like you need to get the audience on your side. So like I always try to open with like a quick pop, like a quick like get that laugh kind of rolling a little bit, and you can never do that with like dark material.
No.
You always gotta save that for later. The only time that ever worked my entire life was the Nashville bit I did a few weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
And you
can't even do that anymore.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, the time has already passed. But that joke was like undeniably so good that it had the same effect. But you can never open with something too like abrasive, I think.
No.
At least it's never worked for me.
No, and that's why also you can't open with low. I don't think you should start with low energy. Like never walk up on stage and be like, hey, hi, hey.
Yeah, no, you can't do that. No.
How's it going? How's it going?
No.
My name is Ryan. You just need to be like, what's up?
Here are my jokes.
And then you just start.